Good morning, Floss Tube. It's Julie with Reflections Framing and Stitching. Today is Friday. It is the 16th of October, and this is Chart of the Day video number 88. Welcome. How are you? Doing well. It's a beautiful fall morning. It's cold. I'm not real happy with the temperature, but it's beautiful, sunny day, a little breezy. I think we're supposed to warm up a little bit by Sunday, but the last 2 days have been cold, and I've actually preheated my car before I've gotten into it in the morning. So if that tells you anything, of course anything below 70 is cold for me. So anyway, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're getting lots of stitching done, or if you're trying to get your yard cleaned up for fall, I hope you're getting that done. I'm hoping maybe we can work on ours this weekend, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't have any real big plans for the weekend. Dan and I are, we have a Zoom for set up for Saturday night. Other than that, I do want to go talk to the kitchen people again. You know, you only get one chance when you're doing a remodel or a build. You really only get one chance to get it right, and I'm so afraid that I'm going to mess something up. And so I'm second guessing every decision I have made. And I made the decision to put the sink and the dishwasher in the island. And we have our space is going to be long and narrow, so it'll be an L-shaped kitchen with an island, but the island's only, I don't know, 3 feet wide, maybe. So it's not very wide, and I think there's four feet from the edge of the island to the counter that'll be behind the island. And the one thing I do not want in my kitchen is to feel crowded, because I already have that. If it's going to feel crowded, why bother? So my concern is, should I maybe, originally we had the sink and you probably aren't interested in this, I'm sorry, but originally we had the sink and the dishwasher on the north wall, and the island had nothing in it but cabinets. And then I changed it because we're going to have to run plumbing, and it'll be a lot less expensive to run it from where the sink currently is to the island, as opposed to where the sink currently is all the way down and around. So I was trying to save a little money that way, but now I'm overthinking it and thinking maybe with my fat butt 4 feet isn't enough space. So I don't know. I want to go and talk to the actual kitchen designer and get her take on it and see. But I don't know if that'll work out or not. It may have to wait. No, she's off on Monday, so I don't know. It may have to be a phone call or something. So anyway, I'm hoping to do that tomorrow after work. And other than that, I don't have anything planned. Except for to try, I think Dan is getting close to having his part of the retreat done, so I can maybe box it all up and get it out of the library, because we're going to have to put stuff in the library when construction starts. So I want to get that all prepared ahead of time instead of a mad rush like we normally do. So that's my plans for my weekend. And some stitching. I want to get some stitching in. So, there you have it. Let's talk question of the day from Tuesday, I think it was. And the question of the day, you guys liked this question. I think there were like 87 responses. I never get 87 comments on anything. So, you guys really liked this question. It was, what movie can you watch over and over and over? And of course, most of us couldn't just do one. It was multiple movies, which a lot of them are the same ones that I would watch over and over. The one that really surprised me was The Hunt for Red October, which I have seen, and it's a good movie. But it really surprised me that that's one that you all could watch over and over, because it's for me, it's not one I would watch. I watched it once and that was enough. So that one kind of surprised me. Several of you said you had never heard of Lady Hawk. It's all one word, and it has Matthew Broderick in it also. And it is one of my favorite ones. A lot of you mentioned some Christmas movies that I watch all the time. White Christmas and Holiday Inn. Some of you mentioned The Holiday, which I've also watched multiple times. So there's a lot of good movies out there, and we all seem to like the same ones. So thank you for responding to that question. I enjoyed reading the answers. There are a couple. Love Actually, that one was mentioned several times. That is one of Abby's favorite movies, and I have never seen it. So I'm going to make it a point to try and watch that one since you all recommend it. I'm gonna try and watch that one maybe this weekend if I get some stitching time. Next week, guess what next week is, people? Next week starts the Christmas movies from Hallmark. Can't wait. I will be there with bells on. I hope you'll join me. I guess I'll have to record them because I think they're on Saturday nights and we Zoom on Saturday nights. So I will have to record them and watch them on Sunday. But I can't wait. Cannot wait. So let's get started with today's chart of the day. Lori, I think I've mentioned Lori, who helps with the shipping, and she is a prolific stitcher. She actually gets things done, and she finished up this chart, so I have her finish that I can show you, and some different fabric choices. So it is from the Blue Flower, called Acorns. It's a great fall chart. Got some little squirrels on there that are adorable. The model was stitched on 40 count Highland. I think I have 36 count, and I probably only have enough for one cut, and then I'm out. The stitch count is 137 by 131, and it calls for, it looks like mostly Weeks Dye Works and classic, 4 classic color works. I had to use a DMC in place of the sweet potato that was called for because I'm out of sweet potato, and my order hasn't come yet. And Lori chose to switch. It calls for Saint Bernard for the letters that spell out acorns, and she changed hers. She wanted it to look more like this picture, which is a darker blue. So she changed hers to Crystal Lake from Gentle Arts, I think. I don't know that I pulled it though. And we were out of Grasshopper, which goes around the leaf here. So we just used Avocado from Classic Colorworks. So those are the changes that we made. Why don't I show you hers first? Hold on. Let me show you hers. And then we can go on to some different choices. So there's her finish. She stitched hers on 32 count Wandering Ivy, which again, I may have enough for one cut, maybe two. And I don't think that fabric is being produced anymore because I couldn't find it. Isn't that pretty? It's very pretty. It turned out beautiful. The colors, the color palette looks like this. Now this is the Saint Bernard. I thought I had, hold on. Ah, I do have it. So this is the St. Bernard. This is the Crystal Lake. There is quite a bit of difference in the two colors. All right, so the called for fabric is Highland from Picture This Plus. And this is a 36 count. It's a yellow, at times very yellow, at times very green fabric. Very pretty. And those are the colors. On Highland. The chart, by the way, I don't think I said, sells for $10. This is the Wandering Ivy. It's a 32 count because that is Lori's fabric of choice. That would work well. I have an Aida, a 14 count Aida called Morning Dew that's very similar to the Wandering Ivy that I think would work well also. This is a 28 count Lugana called Laurel, which is kind of a greenish, khaki greenish color, and I think it would look good on there. I have a 40 count Heartland from Picture This Plus. It's more of a golden color. And finally, one of my favorites for fall. This is a 32 count Cyprium. And I love that too. This is probably my favorite. But then I like the darker fabrics, so I think that would be pretty. So that is your chart of the day. I think it's adorable. Great fall chart. So I hope you enjoyed that. Question for today. I have it written down because you know my memory. I worry about myself sometimes. This kind of goes back to the movie Lady Hawk, because the movie has elements of, I don't know that you would call it sci-fi, it would be more, I think, fantasy. I think. So my question is, sci-fi, fantasy, yes or no? It could. We can be talking movies, books. Do you like sci-fi and fantasy movies or books, or do you not? I like them both. I probably like fantasy a little more than sci-fi, but I do like the Star Trek and the Star Wars. Well, the old Star Wars. I have. Much to Adam's dismay, I have yet to watch any of the newer Star Wars. I've only watched the original 3. So, and he keeps trying to get me to watch them, and I'm like, but they don't have Luke, they don't have Han, they don't have Princess Leia. I know there was one that had them in it again, and eventually someday I will probably watch them, but for me, Star Wars is the original 3 movies that came out. So I don't like necessarily to read sci-fi. I prefer to read fantasy. Right now I'm reading and by fantasy I'm talking witches, I'm talking vampires, I'm talking shapeshifters, time travel. I do enjoy reading those types of books, but with a caveat. I do not like scary vampire stuff. The vampire books that I read, the vampires are all good. The series the one I'm reading right now is a continuing series, and the vampires actually, they're called. People refer to them as vampires. They refer to themselves as immortals. They have nanos in their system that keep them at a certain age and repair all the damage, which is why they require more blood. But they get their blood. Currently, they get their blood from blood banks, not normally from people. So, and they're just normal, everyday people. Witches, I don't like scary, mean, curse you kind of witch stories. That's not my jam. It's like Hallmark movies, only in book form. You know it's going to end happy, and the hero and heroine are always going to get together, and that's how I like my reading. Is the same way as I like my movies. I want them to end happy. So I was just curious. Time travel. I love time travel romance stories. And like I said, Lady Hawk has an element of magic to it. So I was just curious. Yes or no? Fantasy, sci-fi, time travel. Do you like them? Do you not like them? I'm firmly on the side of yes. So with that, I think I will call it a day. I want to get this uploaded before I open the shop so that we don't have the phone ringing or anything else. Mailman will be coming shortly. I don't have a whole lot. I've got one appointment for the day, so I don't have a whole lot going on today. Yesterday we kind of brought some Christmas stuff out, changed up displays a little bit. So I might continue to work on that, but otherwise my day is open. So I hope you have a good one. I hope you get some stitching in. Hope your weather is great. Praying for everybody. Our numbers, I don't know about your numbers, but our numbers are continuing to go up. And so we've kind of pulled back and are not seeing anyone right now or going anywhere. I would love to hit the antique mall again, but maybe if I went right at 9 a.m. before everyone else gets up. But it still makes me a little nervous, so that's what I know. Dan has a finish, so we may do a Dan and Julie show video this weekend, depending on what we get up to. So maybe keep an eye open for that. Otherwise, I'll see you next week sometime. So you take care until then and get some stitching done. Bye.